Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today with a movie review of Midnight Meat Train. It was made way back in 2008. And I know I was really excited to see it, and then I don't know, things just got thrown to the side and stuff like that. I didn't get to see it till just tonight on Netflix. And there's a history behind the movie. One thing that really struck me as unusual, it starred Bradley Cooper, but I didn't know who the heck he was back then in 2008. It starred Brooke Shields was in it, and that surprised me because I haven't seen Brooke Shields in a long time. And remember growing up, I was born in 68, growing up, she came to prominence, she became like world famous at the mall from 1980 in the Blue Lagoon, and then Endless Love the year later. That's when she became really famous, and then I guess they were trying to, she was in some other movies in the 70s, they were trying to, re-released Alice Sweet Alice, and Brooke Shields had a small role in that. And then she was in the pinball machine movie Tilt, like a year before Blue Lagoon. I'm glad I finally got to see that. I saw it with my dad when he was still alive. Charles Durning was in it. I liked that. I'm glad I finally got to see it. Now, this movie it came out in 2008. I think this was the same time that she was on like the Today Show saying that she suffered from depression. And then, of course, Tom Cruise came in and said that if you joined Scientology, or he was saying like Scientology or something like that, he said you don't need all these pills and stuff like that, or something. I can't remember. And she was telling him to mind your own business. I remember that. That was really good. And it was weird because I wanted to see the movie because I'm a big fan of the Clive Barker and his movie adaptations, and the last one I remember seeing was Lord of Illusions, which came out in '93. But I didn't rent it until I'm not rent it. I borrowed it from someone at Grimm's when I worked at Grimm's a long time ago, back in '95. And I liked it, and I can't remember if there was any Clive Barker adaptations between that period of '93 up to 2008. I can't remember, but Lionsgate was taken out, and back then Lionsgate was really like making a stir with the Saw movies and stuff like that. So they brought me that Meat Train. It looked really cool, and it was weird because it was supposed to play. Back then we only had three theaters pretty much. We had Tinseltown, which is a big multiplex that really put all the other theaters out of business. We had the Dollar Theater, which was the Mill Creek 6 behind the Mill Creek Mall, which went out of business in 2012, but it was still alive and running, and it was great to go there for the dollar movies. And the West Erie Plaza Theater was still there. I haven't been to that theater in a long time. That closed down in 2012. Now, it was weird it didn't play at Tinseltown, so I wanted to see it, and all of a sudden it was at the Dollar Theater. And this was back when they didn't have that stupid Fandango, which I hate. They had you could call up, and they'd have a recording of what's playing, and it's a lot easier to schedule what you want to see instead of that stupid Fandango thing, which I absolutely hate. And you could actually call, and you could actually talk to a real person there. You have two phone numbers. And I was asking the lady, and I said, how come it played at the Dollar Theater and didn't play at Tinseltown? Because usually the Dollar Theater would play like second-run movies. And she said, well, it was debuting at the Dollar Theater. And that usually does not happen that much. It happened with a few movies there. It happened with that movie Bad Moon back in '95, which is a werewolf movie. And that's an awesome movie that not too many people have seen. It got a good run on Cinemax. That's a great film, though. Blood Creek, which I still have not seen. And also, what was the other one? The movie Hit and Run, which was playing like a few weeks before it closed down. I saw that on Netflix with my dad, and that movie sucked. Jeremy John said it was a great movie. He's out of his mind, and he was saying how bad Masterminds was. But that movie was terrible. And like I said, Midnight Meat Train premiered there. And I wanted to see it, and then something happened. It just got thrown to the side, and then I don't know. I just didn't get around to seeing it, and I kind of forgot about it. I remember talking to my friend John, going home from Firebirds, a couple weeks ago, and he said, I still haven't seen Midnight Meat Train. He said I don't think he was a giant fan of it. he said it had some. We were talking about Chud, the Chud movie, and he said that he kind of had a reference to that. I don't know what to give any spoilers away though, and I don't think he was a fan of it. But I wanted to see it, and then I know my friend Lori Petty. What's her name? Lori Petty. Lori on Facebook. What's her name? I think it's. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Lori. No, Jennifer Petty. My mistake. I'm sorry. She's a big time horror film fan, and she was saying like it's on Netflix, and said you're welcome. I said, holy crap! I'm gonna finally see this stupid thing. And I looked it up. I saw it, and it was great. And basically, what it revolves around is Bradley Cooper is a photographer. And he's trying to be like the gritty, cutting-edge guy of showing the underbelly in New York and stuff like that. And he would show stuff like before it happened. And then his friend got him a little meeting with Brooke Shields, art director or something like that. And she looked at it and she said, like, well, you film stuff right when it's about to happen. I want, if you film it, it's really good if you get it right when it happens. And then when it's happening, like... And usually those like crimes being committed and stuff like that. And he got a picture of this woman being accosted. And then he told the guys off. And then they left. But he got photos of that. And he got photos of the guys confronting him and stuff like that. And Brooke Shields was like, oh my God, these are so great. I'm going to have a showing. If you can show and get some more stuff like that, you'll be part of my showing for my art gallery. And as much as they hyped up Brooke Shields, she was in it for maybe 12, 15 minutes of the whole hour and 42-minute movie. It's a little bit long for a horror film. And he started showing photos of this guy who killed people on a subway. And a big butcher, and he was Vinnie Jones. It's kind of hard not to miss him if you've seen any movies like him. And he's a great presence. He had no dialogue in the film, but I mean, his presence alone is good enough. I mean, like Richard Mall, but usually Richard Mall always has dialogue. He doesn't always need it, though. He's pretty ominous just by himself. And he's the guy who played Bull on Night Court, but he's been in a ton of horror films. And Vinnie Jones has been in action and like gangster movies and stuff like that. And he was really good. He played this guy, this butcher with this giant stainless steel hammer. He hit people on the head. A lot of stylized violence and gore. A lot of gore in it, but a lot of the gore is CGI. And the guy starts following him around, and he finds out what's going on with this subway butcher. That's what they called him and stuff. And it's really good and intriguing to see what's all going on and stuff. It's a really interesting movie. I don't want to give away any more because I don't believe in spoilers. I think spoilers suck and they're kind of stupid, but I like Midnight Meat Train real well. I give that an 8.5 out of 10. A really good movie. There were some things that was one of the things where I didn't give it as high as a rating as maybe a 10 or something like that is there were some the fight scenes. I didn't get behind the fight scenes as much as I should have. You know, I wasn't as invested, but it's still a really good movie. I think it's definitely worth seeing. Someone said there's a Midnight Meat Train 2. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if that's a lie or not. But I really liked Midnight Meat Train. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. 8.5 out of 10, baby.